To the San Diego International Airport. If you are interested in doing business with the airport, please go to the Business Opportunities Contracting Opportunities page and read the information carefully. From there, you will select the Planet Bids Vendor Portal link. Once on the vendor portal, up at the top right-hand corner, you will see News and Events. Here you'll be able to see important information posted by the airport regarding workshops and other information. Next to News and Events is the Help Center. The Help Center will contain frequently asked questions, and if we scroll all the way down to the bottom, we'll be able to enter in a support ticket as well as contact support directly. Support is available Monday through Friday from 5 a.m. to 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, excluding statutory holidays. Returning to the top, we will select the home. Without ever logging in, we can go straight to Bid Opportunities and take a look at the opportunities at the airport. Here we can search by keyword, bid type, categories, stage, department, and due date range. We will see the date the opportunity was posted, the project title, invitation number, due date and time, and the time remaining, as well as the stage of the opportunity and how are the opportunities to be submitted. Here, the airport is accepting electronic offers. Once you find an opportunity that you're interested in, you can select it. Across the top, you will see the different tabs, and you can go through any of the tabs to see the information posted. It is only when you wish to interact with the information that you're going to be required to log in. If you've already registered, you can simply click on Need Password Help if you don't remember your password, or you can click on Register. Here, I'm going to go back up to the home page. To register to participate in an opportunity or to receive notices of future opportunities, you'll select New Vendor Registration. You will then enter in your company name, tax ID and social, or email address. Once you have entered all three fields and click Sign Up, you will receive a verification email. Simply select the Verify within that email, and you will be taken to the rest of the registration. When entering in information in these three fields, we will do a lookup to see if you already have a profile. If you already have a profile under your email address, you can simply click Already Have an Account, and then click Need Password Help, and enter in your email address and hit Send. We will then send you a password reset email. When entering in the information, we will look up your tax ID or social security number. If your company already has a profile with the airport under that number, we will ask you to go to the Help Center and enter in a support ticket. Let us know your tax ID or social security number and who you are, and we'll assist you in either creating a new profile or updating the current one. If you are an international company and do not have a tax ID number, we do have a tooltip letting you know to enter in the last 9 digits of your main company phone number. I already have an account, so we're going to log in. Once you have registered and you log in, vendor registration will change to vendor profile, and you'll see the name of your company. Let's go in here. When you return to your profile, you will be able to change your password and your email right up front. On the left-hand side, you'll see vendor details and local business certification. Let's go to vendor details. If it is the first time you're registering, the second you select Verify on the verification email, you will immediately be taken to this page. You will then complete any of the fields with the red asterisks. Under Business Type, you will see all the different business types from the W-2. Once you select the appropriate business type, the form will adjust. You'll enter your main address, Under Country, once you select the appropriate country for your company, the postal area will adjust as well. You will enter in user information. The primary email is mandatory. The secondary email is optional, but we highly recommend that you enter in an email as well. Both the primary and the secondary will receive all bid alert notices. If you have additional addresses for your company, you may select Add and enter in as many addresses as you need to. You will enter in the principal owner information, as well as select from the list of classifications. Please select all that apply and enter in your reference number and expiration date where applicable. Demographics is optional, but you can enter in your ethnicity as well as your gender. If you are in construction, please enter your contractor licenses by selecting Add or Edit. Here you can search up at the top by either the license number or license name. You may select all that apply. You may also say show only the selected licenses. Even from here, you can remove and return to the master list. Once you hit save, you will be required to enter in your license number and expiration date. Enter in other business information in Business Sense is mandatory. From here, you will enter in your business description and then categories. Categories is mandatory. You must select at least one. You will either select Add or Edit. Here you can search up at the top. So if I did painting, I would type in the word paint, and then I would see all the codes with paint. I can then quickly move on to the next set of codes. You'll see here with electric, it will show up no matter where it shows in the description name. I can then say, show me all. Let me clear my search. I can then say, show me all that I've selected. And again, from here, I can make any additional edits and hit save. Once I've completed all the information here, I will hit submit. And you are now registered with the San Diego Airport. Once you've completed your registration, over on the left-hand side, you'll see local business certification. If you are a local business, please select. And then under would you like to be certified as a local business, please select yes. Below is information about the program. You will then be able to apply for certification as a local business. The first time you apply, it will say applying. Once you've submitted the application, it will say submitted. While it is in submitted stage, you will be able to make edits. As soon as the San Diego Airport reviews your application, it will then be in pending stage. During pending stage, you will not be able to make any edits to the application. If they need you to make any corrections, they will mark it deficient, and you will receive an email letting you know what you need to correct. If they approve it, you'll receive an approval email and then return here to receive your approval letter and see the expiration date. You'll be notified when it is time to reapply. If you have been denied, you can also come back here to receive your denial letter. To apply, you will complete the business information. If you completed this on the vendor details area, it will automatically come over. Attachments. They are requiring you to submit information for proof of local business. Each of the items with a red asterisk are mandatory. If you've already uploaded items, you can select X to remove that item. To upload an item, you will click Browse File or drop and drag your file. Once you have selected your file, you will give it a title, and you'll do that for all of the application attachments. Once you are done, you will hit Submit, and wait until the airport makes a determination on your application. Let's take a look at the application statuses. I'm going to return now to my certification. And here you can see my certification status is now deficiency and the reasons for the deficiency. I can then go in and make the necessary edits. Once I have made all the necessary edits, I will hit submit again. And the airport will review my certification. And let's return one last time. Now I have been approved. I will now see my approval status. I can reapply at any time and my letter. Let's return to the home page. On the home page, you will see certified vendors. Any registered vendor may come into the certified vendor area to search for local businesses. Here you can search by vendor types, such as certified small business, women-owned business, license types for construction, vendor categories, certification categories, country, state, county, city, zip code, company name, contact name, email, city license, and contractor license. Here you will see only the approved certified local businesses. Once you select a vendor, you'll be able to see their information, including their certification date range. It is limited information, but this will help you network with other vendors during certain opportunities. Let's go back up to the home page. Now we're going to go into bid opportunities and navigate through an opportunity from start to finish. We're going to jump over to the demo site for Planet Bids and look at the bid opportunities there. Here, we're going to see an opportunity that we're interested in. On this opportunity, the Bid Information tab is general information about the project. We will see the project title, invitation, posting, the current stage of the opportunity, and when our bids due. And all bids are submitted electronically. What type of project it is it an RFP, request for proposal, RFI, request for information, a quote, a request for qualification, or a bid? Response types, what do they want you to submit? So here we will enter in line items and some documents. If there are any license requirements, what those licenses are, and above that, the category codes associated with this opportunity. You can look at the category codes and make sure that if it pertains to you, that you actually have those codes in your vendor profile. If you have those codes in your vendor profile, you will automatically be notified when the opportunity is posted. Here you will see general information depending on what the airport has filled out. With bid bonds, you'll see the bonding percentages required. You'll need to look at the bid documents for further bonding information. If there is a pre-bid meeting, it will tell you if it is mandatory or not, when and where. You will be able to RSVP for the pre-bid meeting. To RSVP, it does require a login. You can log in now, or I'm going to wait and do it a little later on. On the Q&A, you will see if they are accepting questions on this opportunity. If so, you have until the date and time posted to submit your questions. You will see the contact information at the airport and then a general description about the project. The Line Items tab. Here you may see line items and the information they want you to bid on. If they have line items listed, you'll be able to select Export to export the list. The export does require a login. We're going to do that in a minute. Documents. Here you will see all the documents that the airport is handing out. You'll notice here the first document does not have an asterisk, while the other two do. Any document that you see without an asterisk does not require a login to download or view it. Any document with an asterisk does require a login in order to download or view it. These are individual downloads, and this is a zip folder download. If so long as one of the items has an asterisk, in order to do the zip folder download, you must log in. Let's do that now. Now that we've logged in, we can go to bid opportunities. Let's open up our project. Here, I'm going to select download, and it's going to ask me to become a prospective bidder. This will put your name on the list so that you can receive notifications of addendas or general emails, any changes on the project. When you become a prospective bidder, it will bring up your main company information. At this point, you can change any of the information, including the email address. Once you save it, all communication on just this project will go to the new person listed. It will not affect other projects or future projects. Depending on the type of project the airport is doing, you may be asked to put down your classification. Do you plan on participating as a prime, a subcontractor, a supplier, or other? On all projects, you will default to bidder. If at any time you decide you do not wish to be a bidder, you may please change your information to non-bidder. Do not tell me any more about just this project. It will not affect any other future projects or projects you're currently on. Or, yes, I do want to participate to receive communication, but I'm not going to actually bid on it. If you select either non-bidder, we will ask you to state the reason why. Please select from the list of reasons or enter other, and then type in the reason you are not participating in this project. Once you have saved your status as a non-bidder, you will need to contact the airport if you wish to be a bidder again. If there is a pre-bid meeting, below that you will see the pre-bid meeting RSVP, and you will be able to say yes, you will be attending, and you'll be able to select add to let the airport know whom else you are going to be bringing with you. Once you hit done, you are now on the prospective bidders list. If we go to the prospective bidders tab, we will see our information listed. Here you will see all of the interested parties on this project. You will see any classifications they hold, and if you hold your mouse over the types, you will see what they stand for. You will see who is interested in participating on the project, and depending on the project type, whether or not they plan on being a supplier, a prime, a subcontractor, or other. Go back to the Documents tab. Now that we're on the prospective bidders list, you can see that there is a download column. And as we start to download, it's going to record each download. These again are individual downloads, or we can go to Download All to do a zip folder download. Now that we have downloaded the documents and gotten on the prospective bidders list, we may have some questions. If we go to the Q&A tab, you can see that they have not released any questions on this tab. Up at the top right-hand corner, you are going to see the deadline to submit all questions. You will select Ask a Question. You may or may not see a general message here at the top left, and then you'll be able to ask your question. You may select Add Question to add additional questions. You can select X to remove the question, but you must hit Submit before the deadline. As a vendor, you will receive dual confirmation, an on-screen pop-up, as well as an email confirmation. When the airport is ready, they will send out an announcement, and the questions and answers will be located on the Documents tab. Now let's go to Addendas and Emails. If the airport issues any addendas, you will see them here. Select to expand, to download any documents, and acknowledge. I'm going to acknowledge in just a few minutes. Emails, if they've sent out any emails, you'll be able to see that information here as well. Now let's go to a different tab, the Line Items tab. Now that I'm registered, I can come in here and click Export, and it will download the Line Items tab for me. Now that I have all the information I need in order to submit on this offer, I'm going to go down to the bottom right-hand corner. You'll notice, as long as I am logged in, it will always tell me the status of my project. I do not have a bid started yet. I'm going to select Place eBid, and it will make sure that I have acknowledged all of the addendas. Once I've selected Acknowledge, I can now click Place eBid again. I will then agree to the airport's message, and then I will read the Planet Bids message. Please read both messages carefully. Once I accept it, I am now in the bid submission area. Down at the bottom, you will see a withdraw, a submit, a cancel, and a save. If I select Save, it will let me know that I'm saving this as a draft. And if I get out of the project, you'll see my status now says Draft. When I return to the project and accept the airport's message, I can then click Edit to make any edits. If I select Submit at this time, it will ask me if I'm confirming my submission to the airport. It will then validate to make sure that you have completed all the necessary fields. If you are missing any information that is mandatory, it will tell you which tab and what fields within that tab you need to complete. The different tabs that you'll need to complete. The Detail tab. You may need to look at eBid instructions if it is on the project itself, any attachments if it applies to the project, and any line items. It will bring up your main company information here. Then you must enter in who specifically from your company is entering in the bid and providing the offer. eBid instructions. You may see this on your projects. Please read it carefully. Attachments. You will see your attachments here. They may say required or optional. Here we can go in and browse for our documents. Once you have your documents attached, you can change them and give them a new title. If it is the wrong file name, you can click Remove and go attach a new file. It is one file per location. If you need more locations to upload files, we do have instructions in the Help Center on how to create a zip folder, and you may attach a zip folder. Line items. Here are all the missing line items, and I will enter in my pricing. If I hit Tab, it will take me left to right. Our system will automatically calculate the line total based upon the quantity and the unit price. We'll see the line total, the section totals, and the grand total here. You will be able to put in a comment. Once you are done, you will click Submit and OK. If you pass validations, you will receive an online confirmation as well as an email confirmation. If you select Summary, you will be able to print a copy of everything you just submitted to the airport. You are the only one who sees this information. Once you move away from this area, you'll see down at the bottom, it will tell you when you last submitted. You will be able to click on Place eBid at any time, so long as the bid is still bidding, to make any necessary edits. If, after you have submitted your submission offer to the airport, if the airport issues a new addendum, your bid will now be invalidated. You will receive an email instructing you to acknowledge the new addenda and resubmit your bid. You will simply click Place eBid, accept the message, and click Edit and make any necessary changes. Once you hit Submit and OK, your bid is now resubmitted. Let's go back to the search area. Once a project is closed, you can go in and search by closed to see the bid submission information. The information provided is based upon the agency and how much information they wish to release. Here, let's take a look at the warehouse operation services. Now that the project is closed, we can go directly to bid results to see who the vendors were and any information regarding pricing. Depending upon the information being released, you may be able to drill in to see further information. Let's go back to search. And let's go look at an awarded project. Here we're going to look at the Public Works Yard Fence. If we go to awards, we can see who it was awarded to and the amount it was awarded. This project had multiple sections, and here we can see they are not awarding on Section 2 and 3, the additive and the deductive amounts. And this concludes our training on how to utilize the Planabid system